So today I wanted to talk about a topic that I don't feel like gets talked about enough, um, but I feel like it happens to everyone, and I mean it does happen to everyone. Not everyone will like you, no matter how good of a person you are, no matter how you treat others, no matter your upbringing, no matter your background, whatever. Not everyone will like you. And for a lot of people that are people pleasers and stuff, that's very hard to accept. But it's a fact, and it's not going to change. And as we grow, we're coming up on that new year, and a lot of us have goals. The majority of us have some sort of New Year's resolution, sometimes multiple. And our current surroundings might not be the best situation for that. Meaning, like, number one is our health. Like, that's the typical New Year's resolution. If you're surrounded by bad food or people that are unhealthy and don't want to take care of their health, it makes it a lot more challenging for you to change your health. If you say you want to change your health, and you work at a donut shop, that's going to be tough. I know if I worked at a donut shop, I would have a hard time staying healthy because you're constantly surrounded by things that are completely against that goal. The same thing if you're around people that are like that. People are gonna, like, if you start changing your health, if you want to lose weight, and you're like, I'm gonna lose weight starting January 1st. I'm gonna do this, and you have, it could be a spouse, it could be your kids, it could be a best friend, coworkers, whatever. If you have other people around you that do not want to improve their health, they might be like, oh yeah, great job or something, but are they really pulling for you to succeed? Are they going to combat what you do? They can either join you and try to work on their health as well. They can say, like, all right, you do that, I'm going to do my own thing. Or they might do the opposite and completely combat what you do and try to tempt you with bad things. And so we got to find those people, and sometimes those don't come out right away. We're most like the top 5 people we're around on a daily basis. You think of the top 5 people, chances are you're pretty close to them in personality. You're pretty close to them in your hobbies, your interests. You're pretty close to them in income. Within about 20% is pretty common. You're within that because you mimic the people around you. That's kind of what we do. It's kind of human nature to mimic the people around us. So when we start changing, we have what we call a frequency. Everyone has their own frequency, and all in different areas. You have a different frequency in different things. When you decide, I'm going to do some sort of personal development, whether it's your health, your finances, your just knowledge, when you decide you're going to make a change, then you are going to change your frequency. Because if you don't decide you're going to make a change, you got to think year to year, overall, you're going to kind of stay the same. Unless you fall into a different career or something, for the most part, you're going to kind of stay the same year to year in many aspects. And your frequency kind of stays the same. Well, as you grow, as you start working on losing weight or your finances or reading books or whatever, and start growing, your frequency changes. And you think of 2 radios. They have different frequencies. They don't communicate very well. The same thing with your friends and your family and your coworkers. When your frequency starts changing and they are not working on theirs, their frequency stays the same. Well, now you have a different frequency. Now you have a hard time communicating. I ran into this personally. When I got in the health and fitness industry 6 years ago, I had worked out for a long time before that, but I didn't eat right. My workouts were honestly terrible. They weren't that good. I thought they were okay. They were terrible. When I got into it to help certain people I knew. And I was really excited. I was going to help these people at the time. And I didn't realize that back then, those particular people I wanted to help were not interested in changing their lives. We used to talk all the time. We hung out a lot. And then my frequency changed. And when my frequency changed and theirs didn't, we started to clash. And some of these people I've known since I was a kid. And when our frequencies started to clash, we had a hard time getting along. We used to get together all the time. And it changed. And it was hard to accept at first. And at first I blamed myself. But then I realized, like, that's just kind of how it's human nature, kind of how it goes. When you work on changing your frequency, there are some people in your life that you might not hang around as much. But there's also other people that are going to come into your life. I have some amazing friends nowadays that I did not have back then. And I was not on the same frequency as them back then as I am now. And if I had met them then, I probably wouldn't have been friends with them because we were in a different frequency. So I changed mine. So then I met other people. Part of the reason that you run into an issue with people is because when you start changing yourself, like, say, for instance, as an example, say there's you and 4 friends, and all of you are fairly overweight. And one of you decides, I'm going to start losing weight, right? I want to get healthy. I want to improve my health. I want to feel better. I want to have more energy. I want to be able to play with my kids better. I want to do all these things. I want to live life to the fullest. And you change, and those people don't. They were used to you eating McDonald's and eating the bad things and staying up late and not taking care of yourself because they were doing the same. And you used to go out and party and go to the bars and stuff like that. And now you stop doing those things. It's more they're a couple things. Number one, they're worried that they're going to lose you. That's their big, it's really a selfish thing. They're worried they're going to lose you. And it's not always on purpose. It might be subconsciously, but they will start to bash and inhibit what you do. If you want to say you want to go to bed at like 9 p.m. and because you want to be able to get up early and seize the day and the most successful people in the world get up by 5 a.m. and things like that. And you're like, I'm going to be a go-getter. And you want to go to bed at 9 p.m. And you used to go to the bars with these people and be out till 2 o'clock in the morning. And that was the main time you saw them. And then you tell, like, Friday night comes around and they're like, oh, let's go hit the bars. And you're like, no, sorry, I'm going to go to bed. They feel like they're losing you. Like they're losing a friend that they might have hung out with for years. And that scares them. So they're like, no, come on. It's just one night. Come on, go out with us. They're sabotaging your growth. But that's not truly their intention. They don't mean to do that necessarily. They just don't want to lose their friend. They're not going to say that. A lot of times they don't even realize it. Also, getting up at 5 a.m., this is an example, getting up at 5 a.m., you might start to hang around other people. You might get to work early or start doing other things and start meeting people that are going to help grow you. Which brings me to one of my other points. Find people who are going to stretch you. Surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up, who in some ways, like I always say, like, no one's better than anyone and everyone has potential. But look at someone who is like more successful than you in an aspect that you want to improve. Meaning, like, one of my goals for the new year, talked about this before, is I want to learn how to swim. I used to be embarrassed by this. 33 years old, I don't know how to swim. I sink like a rock. It looks awful. It's almost as bad as my dancing, which is also pretty bad. But I'm terrible. I've avoided it. I'm not like afraid of water. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't know how. And so this year, I know that I'm going to try to swim, or I'm going to learn. There's no try. I'm going to do. And I'm thinking about a distance too, because I want to just learn how to swim. I want to swim like, I don't know, a mile or something ridiculous. But I know I'm going to have to surround myself with people that are good swimmers, because that's how I'm going to grow. Or you can go out and get like a professional, like I can get a professional trainer that teaches me how to swim or whatever. I can do that too. But surround yourself with people who are going to help you grow. Now, when it comes to health, like, you want to lose weight, don't just surround yourself with skinny people. Not what I'm saying. because I've known a lot of, I used to be one of those skinny people that didn't know what they were doing. So that would not be the proper way to do it. But surround yourself with like-minded individuals that really are going to help push you to where you want to be, because you get that pull instead of a push, which I've talked about recently as well. For the people that start to purposely hinder your progress, it is okay to cut ties or start hanging around them less. It's okay. Do not feel like you have to pull them along. If you have a friend, for instance, if you're wanting to improve your health, and you have a friend that you've known for years, could be a family member or best friend or whatever, and they don't want to improve their health. I'm not saying like get rid of your best friends. Not saying that at all. Or someone you're close to, and they're not interested in improving their health. That's totally fine. That's the different side. Like I have a lot of friends that just aren't interested in improving their health. That's totally fine with me. I have no issues, because I want people to be ready when they're ready, not when I'm ready. But if you have someone that's purposely hindering what you do, that's different. I have lost friends because of that before. I have cut ties with people that it's one thing to not want to improve your health. It's another thing to try to keep me from improving myself, because I'm not going to let anyone else hold me back from improving my own life. Because in the end, then you're just going to live with that regret. Or if someone's just really disrespectful to what you do or something like that, then you might like have that talk with them, try to make amends. But if it comes to the point where it's not going to get better, then you might have to consider, am I going to start hanging around this person a little bit less than I used to? Because otherwise it's just going to be a constant struggle and you're just going to get frustrated. You're also going to find your true friends who really backs you. Like they say, I think it's quotes like, a good friend will bail you out of jail. A best friend will be sitting beside you saying what happened, or something like that. You're going to find your true friends when you start to grow, because they're going to cheer you on. They're going to be there beside you, even if they might not have the same goals as you. I have a lot of amazing friends. They know what I do. They know I'm a health coach. They know I'm very passionate about that. They are not interested currently in improving their health. We are still amazing friends. I will always save space for them in case that changes. But we are amazing friends, and they lift me up and they encourage me, and they are proud of what I do. And that's amazing. Those are the type of people you want to surround yourself with, because those are the ones that are going to help you achieve what you want to achieve in life. But remember, not everyone will like you, and that's okay. I've had many naysayers in my life. I move on, because there's too many people out there that need me, including myself. I want to be able to get to the end of my life and know that I did everything possible based on my potential of what I can do in this world, and meet that person at the end that I could have been, and they're almost an identical twin. And I'm not going to let anyone else hold me back, any naysayers or anything, from achieving that, because that's not fair to other people. There's many people that I've helped in this industry, and if I let the naysayers hold me back when I first started, I wouldn't be where I am today. And there's a lot of people that wouldn't be as healthy as they are now. And they've truly changed their lives because I made a decision to not let those naysayers hold me back. So whatever it is that you want to accomplish in your life, do not let the naysayers stop you. They can get on board or they can get out of your way. Hope you have a great evening. And one more thing. I haven't had anyone naysay in a while, and that's why I wanted to do this now, because I don't want anyone to think it was about them or something. It's been a long time since I've had anyone bash anything I said or anything like that. So I just want to throw that out there. This is not towards anybody.